Hey, what's going on, family? I was over here trying to out some technical crap on YouTube. That is always a pain in the butt right when you're ready to do something. So I was intending to start at 8 p.m., but hey, I am here. And you have tuned in to the Rise channel. I am your majestical host, Queen Mel, in the building, just coming in here to talk about a really, really fascinating topic that's been burning up the internet streets in the last week. Maybe even just the last few days. It's been so much content going back and forth about this topic. But let me just thank you very much for tuning in to the Rise channel. Before I get into the topic, I want to say I've been out of pocket for a minute. I think about 3 weeks. Life was truly lifing, and I just was truly keeping it moving. So here I am. We shall proceed with life no matter what. Let me encourage you, if you are in a particular season that doesn't feel right, if you are in a particular time in your life that is not pleasant in any way, shape, or form, and maybe there's some type of spiritual warfare going on, I just want to encourage you to stay up. That's my motto over here at the Rise channel. Just stay up. Just keep your vibration high, no matter what it's looking like, no matter what it's feeling like. Just let your intuition, let your optimism, and your knowledge of self just take over the situation, and I'm sure you'll be all right. Please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and share this stream, share this live. And I'll be right back after this intro. All right, family, I am back, and I feel like I'm losing my voice. I had to do a lot of talking today, doing some online presentations, so forgive me if I may have to cough a little bit here and there. Well, let me take some water. But I hope you're coming into the new week with a bang, and don't let nobody stop you. Just keep full speed ahead, like I said, without further ado, I'm going to get into this topic. So some of you may have already heard about the Korean beauty brand They're a Black hair care beauty brand. That sentence alone, I can't wait until one day it's a total oxymoron. I can't wait until it is completely obsolete and unheard of, let's just say. However, we are still dealing with this issue. In particular, this Korean company is called Ebin, New York. And I'm going to share with you an article about how this company has been treating its Black employees, who they put in front to appear as if they're the face of the company, but then everyone else in the background is Korean. And I mean, obviously, anyone would expect to have Korean people working for a Korean brand. But the way the tactics, I'm telling you, you got to really catch on to how slick the tactics are, because they love to make it appear like it's a Black-owned company. That's really what they're trying to do. It's not like they allow you to see diversity off the top, like in terms of the videos or the images and things that they put out in terms of their marketing images. So it's not like they're trying to show diversity in how the company is presented. They purposely try to put Black people in the front so that it gives other potential Black customers the perception that it's a Black-owned company. And that's only a small smidget of the problem. It goes deeper than that in terms of how Black people are treated, the people that they hire as employees, or what you might call influencers. And there's another position, a beauty advisor. Yeah, so they have beauty because they rely on Black beauty advisors to tell them what the hell it is they're supposed to be doing with their product and their marketing in order to reach us. So it's very much a lopsided deal. And you'll see from the clips that I'm about to share with you how they get down. It's all about what they can take and not giving anything, or giving little to nothing to the people that make them the money that they're able to make. So let me say fair use. I'm going to get into some video clips now. I'm going to read this article. This website has so many pop-up ads on it. I'm not going to be on that too long, but fair use, as I am going to get into some commentary and critiquing of the content of these reference videos that I'm about to share, and this article that I'll start with here. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Alrighty, so this pretty much lets you know who Ebin, New York is. Some people pronounce it Ebin, some say Ebin. It's spelled E-B-I-N. So what they do is they offer a wide range of products designed to enhance and style hair. Oh gosh, here we go. My voice is going. They offer products designed to enhance and style Black hair, to be specific, catering to different textures, colors, and styles. The company is known for its hair solutions that are popular among Black beauty enthusiasts, hairstylists, and professionals in the beauty industry. I need to check this volume. With that said, many of us thought Ebin was Black-owned because of who they serve and the faces that they use to represent their brand. Samaya was hired as their content creator, social media marketing, and face of the brand, a job she found on LinkedIn. However, despite doing great work for the brand, from day one, she claims she was treated so poorly, she would retreat to the bathroom and cry. And I want to stop there for a second. Ladies, please, when you are in these corporate environments, this is a word for you to take with you till the end of time. And as long as you are in corporate settings, never let them see you cry. Now, I think that's a saying in the entertainment industry, but it applies in a lot of different settings. But it's highly important when you're dealing with racial inequality and you're dealing with a dominant society in terms of their power that is being leveraged in the corporate environment. Is very important to keep in mind that you should never let them see you at your weakest, because then you will confirm to them that their job is done, that it is effective, the results that they want to get from how they're treating you is working. You never want to confirm that to them. If you need to cry, you must always do it privately. Wait till you get home, wait till you take your lunch period, go in your car, or just go somewhere quiet. I'm sorry, go somewhere quiet and let your tears flow, do all the boo-hoo you need to do and keep it pushing. So this particular employee, they said she would retreat to the bathroom and cry, and she was eventually fired and described her termination as wrongful. So, you know what that means. There's a lawsuit coming, and there may very well be multiple lawsuits for Ebin, New York. Let's see. So I'm going to go to my TikTok page because, man, they are dragging the hell out of Ebin on TikTok. And I'm pretty sure Facebook and every other social media channel, because the news is spreading like wildfire. And if you just go to any of the comment sections about this topic on TikTok, you'll see that the Black girl follow train is, they have a new project. They have a new mission, and it's called Destroy Ebin, New York. Okay. I'm going to go to my TikTok page. Fair use, fair use. I'm going to do some commentary on some of these TikTokers who chimed in on, well, actually, Samaya, we're gonna look at Samaya. She's the employee who you might call the whistleblower. Like she's essentially the person who started the whole, avalanche of everyone starting this boycott, actually is what it looks like it's turning into. So we're going to look at a little bit of her comments here. We'll listen to a few of her comments about what occurred and what she experienced. Beautiful girl. I think they were very jealous. I mean, the jealousy, you can just hear the jealousy in her experience, because she's beautiful, she's talented, she's intelligent, and she's also what's the word I want to say? She's also tenacious. Like you can see that she, even though she was crying, you know, in front of the people, like I hope she really learned something from doing that. But other than that, I just look at her as being a strong person to come out and lead the pack, because it's very difficult to be the first one to lead something like this, which I've done myself with a corporation that I worked at some years ago, and I'll share all about that in another video. But here's Samaya. Let's see. Let's get Samaya. Okay. Oh, I see what the problem is. Okay, I gotta try something else again. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm getting ready to order some new equipment. I can't wait till my new setup is ready, because I just do not want to do this like this all the time. My goodness. Okay. All right. Here's Samaya, but I don't know why it won't show me her video here. Technical difficulties. Wow. Okay, I'm going to try tapping it and we'll see. Oh, wow. I was just looking at this. Okay, sorry about that. I guess I will just have to move on. Anyway, this is her picture, and I already pretty much gave you the setup as to what happened with her, but she talks about a few of the things that happened to her while she was working at Ebin, New York. So I do have a little list here of some of those things that she had to endure. So one of the things they would do is they would let me go back. How it started was that it was her first week as a content creator, and in that first week she created it was a promotional video that she did, and she said it was like it had a humorous tone to it, and it went viral. A lot of positive comments and feedback were given in response to the video that she created, except for one video. Except for one comment. A person said something like, well, is this a Black owned company? So you can see how the deception plays a part in that, because people, some people who are really smart ask that question because they can't tell by the way the company's image is being presented with Black faces in the foreground. But so after she created this viral video that was very successful, the Korean team back at the ranch had a yoboseo problem. That's the only thing I know how to say in Korean, so I just had to throw it in there. They were like, yoboseo, noboseo, noboseo, because it had one, they claim when she asked them what happened to the video because it was deleted, they claimed that it had too many negative comments. And from that point on, she was pretty much ostracized. They would have meetings and only speak Korean in the meetings. Mind you, she was like the only Black person in the office. Like there were other Black people who were part of a company that Ebin was acquiring, and I think a couple of other maybe beauty advisors, but on a day-to-day basis in the office, if I recall correctly from what she said, she was the only Black person. So you can imagine what it was like every day, them speaking Korean in meetings, basically leaving her out. They left the office to go to, I guess they have 2 locations in New York or near New York. They left her, just got up and left her. And she was looking for everybody. She was forced to give detail upon detail upon detail upon hour after hour every day what tasks she was working, what tasks she was performing, what did she do, minute to minute, pretty much, while other employees only needed to just put a little broad statement as to what they did that day, like a regular timesheet. So she had managers, different supervisors that changed, who wouldn't answer her questions about what's going on, why am I being treated like this, speaking down to her. She said one supervisor would snap her finger like, and yo, 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 like that's how she was addressed to try to get her attention. I wish somebody would snap their fingers at me and say, yo. And knowing me, I would just be like a deaf mute, because I know you're not talking to me. So I'm not responding because you can't be talking to me, snapping your fingers. Like I am not your pet. And I don't know, man. I don't know how she went through this for quite a, let's see, from August or something. She went out on like a stress leave. So I think she was with this company August, September, October, November, December, something like 5 months. Excuse me. Like 5 months, I think. So that's a long time to be going through this hell. But anyway, she was being micromanaged every day. And then they sent her on a business trip, I guess, where she, needed to do some marketing stuff and meet with some other people. And they sent her to a shabby, bug-infested, dirty motel to stay in. And when she called the supervisor to say, hey, this is a mess over here, she was told, oh, well, you just deal with it. There's nothing I could do. The part that really got me was that nobody ever had to sit in or conduct these extensive presentations to the CEO and other supervisors, but they required that she did it, and she had to tell them every post she did. I'm trying to, let's see. She had to tell them everything she did in a presentation. It's like it wasn't enough for her to have to put it on her hourly task list, which she did that in Asana. I use Asana a lot. So I know how tedious that can be. And then, so basically what they were doing is they already knew for a while they wanted to get rid of her, but they had to create, this is what was called being railroaded. They had to create this environment. They had to create put some pressure on her and create these extreme requirements so that she would slip up somewhere and they would have a reason that they could latch on to say, to fire her. So they try to make the environment as hostile and horrible as they could. So maybe, she would just quit. but she didn't quit. And I don't know if that's good or bad, because me personally, I don't go for that nonsense. Not for 5 months, no. And some of these Black beauty influencers that they were working with, they're fairly young ladies. I think that's another reason why they're kind of taking advantage of, because when I was in my 20s, I probably, I may have hung in there a little bit more than, say, being a more mature woman and knowing better. So I don't quite fault them for that. But I do remember when I was in my 20s, this man was yelling obscenities and, just being profane all the time. He was the president of the company. And I got so tired of it. I think this was within 1 month of me working there. It was somewhere between 1 and 2 months. I went to lunch. I called the person who relieves me for lunch, which means while I was at lunch, they were standing in, answering the phones for me. And I guess they had to work the rest of my shift that day, because on my lunch break, I called him. I said, I will not be coming back there. So don't even look for me to come, to relieve you. And I was dead ass. Okay. Like, no, I am not tolerating being treated like some lowly peasant that you feel like you're above and you could talk to any kind of way. No. So I was like that when I was younger, but I do make a little bit of, I guess you could say, allowance for, some of the ladies that are younger. Maybe they, just haven't learned how to do that yet. But so anyway, that's what happened to Samaya. And I was going to share some other comments from these other TikTokers, but I don't think TikTok wants to work on my screen today. I'm going to try and check it one more time, because there's a couple of people on here that has some really good things to say. I mean, man, I was just like entertained by all the different perspectives that people have, and just the whole hype, and everybody's like, yeah, let's boycott, they're out of here. So while I'm trying to do this, family, please like the channel, subscribe to the Rise channel, and please share. I would appreciate that. Share on your other social media platforms. Okay. Okay, this young lady, she was a beauty advisor. Let me see if I can get TikTok to work. It's not working. Okay, that's fine. Because at this point, you pretty much have the gist of this story. It's really, really quite fascinating. Now, I don't know, family, if you guys remember this whole idea of boycotting. I tell you, I feel like we regressed when it comes to boycotting, because it seems very difficult these days to get enough people to boycott when you have a company that is guilty of perpetrating these horrible, unprofessional and racially biased, egregious offenses against our people, and we're giving them their money. And you know what I liken it to? I always say this. If someone mistreats you and you're giving them your business, I don't care what color the person is that you're doing business with, but particularly if they treat you differently because of the color of your skin, you're pretty much begging them to take your money. It's like saying, I really like your product. I don't want to go anywhere else, but would you please treat me better? Treat me nicer. Can you say it a little nicer? Like Shanae said on Martin. You need to say it a little nicer. And I'll keep on coming and giving you my money. Please. We gotta stop that. We gotta stop that shit. I mean, for real. Like, it seems so hard to get our people to understand this. Because let's talk about the bus boycott back in the 60s. I think that was what, Selma, Alabama. Do you know that people walked to work for a whole year? That bus boycott took a whole year so that we could get justice and not be punished for trying to be treated as an equally human being to sit on a bus wherever we want to sit on a bus. 1 year. People were walking miles to go to work. They were risking getting to work late and having Miss Ann and Massa whoever want to punish them and dock them 45 cents out of their $1.45 pay because they was 2.5 seconds late. I mean, that, just think about that. That's the kind of horrendous pressure and sacrifice that it took to conduct that boycott and for it to be successful. And it seems like nowadays it's hard for people to stop doing something for 1 day. I mean, and then, the economic landscape is a little bit different, and we just have to really put our heads together, and we have to be able to strategize in new ways. We have to be able to think of, be innovative and think outside of the box and come together and really think of ways to impact the economic power that these companies have. And I think TikTok, I think that ban is going to happen because what is it called? Byte Dance, I think, is the name of the owner of TikTok. I don't. They said they're not selling, so I just have a feeling that in 1 year there may not be a TikTok unless they are able to pull off winning a court decision, and I pretty much doubt that. But I digress. So getting back here to the boycotting, I think Black beauty influencers and Black TikTokers in general have been very effective in strategizing to, which is one of the reasons why our government wants to have control of TikTok. At the end of the day, we know that that's what that's about. The way that they're able to galvanize that energy through these very short form videos, it just gets straight to the point of the issues. Next thing you know, it's like wildfire, and everyone catches on who wants to be part of the of whatever cause that people are calling for you to participate in. They did it with Kellogg, they did it with Starbucks, now Ebin, New York. So Ebin's going to have a hell of a ladder to climb to climb out of this. And again, this is going to really depend on how much our folks can really stick to our guns and truly, truly boycott something, not just for a week or for a month, or allow them to make some kind of sad ass halfway, not even real apology or something like that. Like, none of that should be acceptable. And they should feel it in their pockets. They should feel it very deep in their pockets. And so I'm going to keep following this to see, what comes of it, and bring you an update. It may be a couple of updates, because if these Black beauty influencers, Black beauty consumers, if they are really serious, they can really put a dent in these people. They could put a dent. And I'm going to tell you right now, I haven't been inside of a Korean beauty. Actually, speaking of Korean beauty, I'm going to get into the nail salon topic, because that's what they're calling for now. They're calling for everything, just the whole industry, actually, nail salons, beauty supply, particular, specific products, like Ebin, New York, who puts out these hair care products that are specifically targeted to our sisters. Let's see. I'm trying to think. The last time I went to a Korean nail salon, because I only go to Black-owned nail salons now, but the last time I went to one was probably 2019, 2018, maybe even a little bit before that. 2016 is somewhere around there. Before COVID came, because when COVID came, oh God, there was a big landslide of different situations. Black women being locked in nail salons over $2 or $3 or $5 because the Black woman didn't like the quality of the work that the Korean technician did. Korean men slapping Black women, putting their hands on them, and all that kind of stuff. And I was just like so fed up with it. As a matter of fact, I was posting a lot about that back in 2020. So we're talking about we're talking about like 4 years ago. And it was a lot going on at that time with COVID. It was just it raised a lot of awareness. It closed us in, but it also made us think about things in terms of where our money was going, who our money was going to. And I think we did accomplish a little bit of headway since then, but we still have a long way to go, because I see that there's a lot of Black women, no matter what they see, no matter what you tell them, they have cognitive dissonance. Like, oh gosh, it's just so frustrating to see that no matter what you tell them, they continue to go into these places and knowing how Black women are being treated. And let me just say too, there's another allowance I would make for that. If you do go into one of these businesses, they treat you okay, and they treat everybody else in there okay, none of the Black people have any complaints or anything, I'm not really so much concerned about that. But what I will say, though, is that from an economic standpoint, we need to exercise withdrawing. It doesn't even matter whether someone is mistreating you in that respect, whether they're doing it or not. We need to practice the habit of withdrawing our dollars and redirecting them. That's all that is, so that it recycles within our community. Um, so yeah, going back to 4 years ago, there was a guy from my hometown. Shout out to Tyrone Muhammad. He's an activist, but he's also an ex-con, and he and some other guys, some other ex-cons in Chicago, um, came up with this organization called Ex-Cons for Community and Social Change. Um, and they're called ECCSC for short. But please go over there to their website and make a donation over there. I don't have the website address handy, but you could just look up Ex-Cons for Community Change Chicago, and I'm sure you'll find it. But anyway, this brings me back to when he confronted some Korean nail salon owners when he found out that some Black women had been assaulted in there. So now this is going to be a YouTube video I'm going to show now. And let me say fair use, fair use. And YouTube video better do me a solid and work right. Share the live. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Because I know you like it. You gotta like it. While I am about to pull up, I don't know if did I say his name right? Man, I gotta get names right. Just in case I didn't say his name right, it's Tyrone Muhammad, activist in Chicago. Now, this is what he did back in 2020. This is how he responded to the Koreans acting like thugs. He showed them what a thug be about.
The nail shop didn't want to do an on-camera interview, but he says he doesn't believe he's done anything wrong. He says he was only trying to make sure customers paid for the services they received. But several community leaders say the proof is on tape.
Told me to get the H out of his chair. He's not doing my nails. I changed my mind too much.
Charmaine Jones says this cell phone video only captured a part of what happened to her Monday afternoon at the Color Nails near 83rd and Stewart. She says she was reaching back, trying to get her sister.
As I was
Okay, now I do remember this almost like it was yesterday. So she was about to leave because they were being nasty and said, get out of here, and talking to her crazy. So she was trying to just collect her sister, like, okay, then we're leaving, let's go. And then they continue to assault her further. So let's roll this nasty Yoboseo footage.
I was walking out of the door. Proceeded to push me and shove me and hit me and attempted to bite me.
And another worker tried to grab the phone of the woman who was recording.
I take a personal responsibility and being a
Okay, this is Tyrone Muhammad, y'all. This is Tyrone Muhammad, family.
vanguard for my community.
The next day, community activist Tyrone Muhammad responded with this, throwing bricks at the window.
Step away from the window.
Y'all can step away over the window. Y'all come up out of there. So y'all, I'm giving you a warning.
Step away from the window.
Letting y'all know this is the second time I've been here with this shop disrespecting Black women. This is over with. The last time it's gonna happen. Y'all step away from this window, or y'all stay here, continue to support these people that continue to disrespect y'all. When Black men stand up for y'all by these clowns disrespecting us, we don't get the support we need from y'all. Y'all get away from that. Y'all come on out.
Y'all need to come on out. You better warm. We're gonna shut it down. Now, family, do you see? Now, these are the knuckleheads, okay, that I was speaking of earlier. You see how some of these women are still sitting there just getting their nails done. Like, I mean, he's warning them. He's telling them pretty much it's about to go down. Y'all need to, you know, just leave the salon. And they're just still sitting there looking at him like, what? And he said, I'm gonna go back to this part right here where he said about a black man trying to protect. Let me get to that part again. I just want to play that part again. A black man trying to protect you, and then you got an issue with the black man, looking at him like he's crazy. My God. Okay, let's see.
Y'all come up out of there. So y'all, I'm getting your
Step away from the window.
Let y'all know this is the last. It's the second time I've been here with this shop disrespecting black women. This is over with. Last time it's gonna happen. Y'all step away from this window. Or y'all stay here, continue to support these people that continue to disrespect y'all. When black men stand up for y'all about these clowns disrespecting us, we don't get the support we need from y'all. Y'all did away from that.
Now you heard that from, he said, we don't get the support we need from you all. That is insane. I mean, man, this is where we got a long ways to go. Do you see this? Wait, hold on. Do you see this lady? I think she's getting some eyebrows done. It's two ladies right here. Let me see if I can get a freeze frame. It's kind of hard to do.
Ron Muhammad responded with this.
I'm getting your
Step away from the window.
I'll show you.
It's the second time I've been here with this shop disrespecting black women. This is over with. Last time it's gonna happen. Y'all step away from this window.
Look at these two ladies. This one back here, see her arms are folded. And then this one, she looked just as relaxed as she can be. And he just still working, like she's still working. I think she's doing, because this black lady here is leaned back in a chair, which is how you would normally look when you're getting your eyebrows arched or waxed or something. But yes, they are sitting up here just as snug as a bug in a rug, like nothing is happening. This is the mentality that we are up against within our culture, that we need to constantly battle with, in a sense, because it's anti-productive. Like it goes against the progress that we can otherwise be making.
Y'all stay here, continue to support these people that continue to disrespect y'all. When black men stand up for y'all about these clowns disrespecting us, we don't get the support we need from y'all. Y'all get away from that. Y'all come on out. Y'all need to come on out. You better warm. We're gonna shut it down. Thank you.
All right. No problem.
Move. I told you to move.
That's not right. Somebody should call police on
that. You get 911.
I told her, I said, come out. Come out. Come out.
Back it up. The brother said he wasn't playing. He's not playing.
This AI tool will take your idea and create.
Okay, family. Wow. Now I've seen that video several times, but man, they got to moving when those bricks got to flying through that glass. They started moving then, but then that's when it would be too late. Like, how stupid is that when somebody's warning you ahead of time? And I wanted to see when, because he did get arrested. he did get arrested, but I think being very active in Chicago, this man has been on the scene when people have been shot and trying to get an ambulance for them. It's amazing what ECCSC does in Chicago, out in these streets. So getting arrested for that to him was probably nothing. He's probably like, I'm actually surprised, like, was he concerned that he might have to go back to prison if he had another offense? But maybe he just have some other way to deal with that I don't know about, because I'm not familiar with that. But at any rate, he went brother went in, okay? Whatever consequences that was going to be. And hey, Martin Luther King went to jail. A lot of our people went to jail for the sake of protest and fighting for civil rights. So the two are not separate, that's for sure. They definitely go together. Going to jail and protesting for something that's right, they pretty much go together. They go hand in hand. So I give all credit to Mr. Tyrone Muhammad for making that message loud and clear. But the downside of it, we're kind of like still dealing with the same thing. We got so many Black people that are just still trying to work with these Koreans, taking them their ideas. They're these talented beauty influencers. They know the game better than anybody because the products are for them. It's for us. So being that it's our culture, their ideas are almost invaluable. It's like, what's your price? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to really pay for that. So I don't know if some of the women really know their worth, but they're going to have to up the ante. They're going to have to up the ante real quick, because just, thinking you're going to have this great corporate opportunity and be elevated and have them advance you to, promote you and get you up the ladder, it's not going to happen, because they don't believe in promoting, supporting, or providing any type of success for any other people except for their own. And that's what our people need to understand. So on that note, I am just kind of bummed out that TikTok didn't work. But go over to TikTok and just search Ebin, New York, and you'll be enlightened, entertained, and hyped for the next hour or two. That's how much information and different reactions that are on there. So I think that's all I have for this video. Please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you click on the notification bell and click all so that you are notified whenever I go live. I'm going to try to go live more often. I'm going to try to go live once a week. And then once I get used to that, then I'll go to twice a week. But it's just, hey, life has been lifing. I got a lot of things going on. And I, again, working on putting together my studio setup. So I'm really excited about that. In the meantime, family, also please visit my website, risewithqueenmel.com. That's Rise with a Z, R-I-Z as in zebra, E with Queen Mel, that's spelled M-E-L, risewithqueenmel.com. I have political t-shirts over there, we are at the peak of political season, of the election season. So please stroll on over there to risewithqueenmel.com and pick up your political t-shirts. I have different messages and some really beautiful, unique designs that I put together personally myself. No tangibles, no vote is one. That's one of the messages. And some B1 messaging that is specific to bringing cultural, well, I should say celebrating the cultural pride and the melanated mindset of today. Alrighty, so I'm going to leave you with this video. It's really funny. It's got a couple of little cuss words in there. I try to keep the cussing down, but it's not too bad, but it's so funny. And with all these heavy topics, and there's a lot of negative drama and stuff going on, I just want to end this live with something very humorous. And I'm going to try to end my lives with something either humorous, example of Black excellence, something uplifting to, break the monotony of all the seriousness that is going on. Alrighty, till next time, family. Rise in everything you do, elevate in everything you think, and reach higher in all that you desire. Let's see. On second thought, I don't know if it's gonna work. We will see. I'm about to share my screen. Oh, I did share my screen. There we go. Okay, family, if this video works, because TikTok is giving me the blues, it's not working right. But I'm going to click play right now. And if it works, then I'll just end the live with this video. If it doesn't work, oh well, we'll try again next time. Good night.
Get one of these bitches. Come on now, don't come. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. The crab is on the floor. Oh my God. These bitches don't grab. Hey, go back in there. Go back in there. Oh Lord, these the crabs are. Oh my God. These bitches on the motherfucking floor. Oh my God. What you crying for, nigga? Help your mama. Oh my God, Lord Jesus. Whew. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, and this bitch got gang signs up. Look at that bitch. Well, I ain't got no problem, sir. I ain't got no issue. Look at that one.